Hello Lolas. So I am here with baby Chase, and just so you guys know, he is the Chase Sculpt by Bonnie Brown, but I did keep his name as Chase because my real brother has the name Chase, so I thought it would be cute. And also, some of you guys may not know, but he is also my one of my favorite babies. Actually, I think he will be one that will stay with me for a very long time. I actually don't think he'll go anywhere. I think he is. Someone said stop saying that they're forever babies, because I say that and then they're sold. But so I'm just gonna say he's a for a long while baby. Okay. You guys don't see him as much, but that's kind of how it is with some of the babies that I really, really love. I just kind of keep them to myself. So, question of the hour was, someone was asking, like, what advice or suggestions I would give to someone that is trying to become a reborn artist. And me, I still say I'm new, even though a lot of people will say, oh well, you've been doing this for 2 years, you're not new anymore. But I think you're always learning, and I think for someone that never really dabbled in paint or anything like that, I feel like I'm still so extremely new. Yeah. He has painted hair, and his painted hair was done by Mandy Hannon. But then I painted him myself. He is my sugar booger. So, but my suggestion is, I think that a lot of us could paint and we just don't know it. But I think that there are going to be some people that are natural artists that can master all different forms of art. Some people going to have strong areas, weak areas. Some people going to be better than others. And I mean, when it comes to certain things, because everything is a matter of preference or whatever, but there's some things that's like factual. Like some people can hit realistic colors. Some people can draw eyebrows better. Some people can do all these, have different skill sets when it comes to the art. But I say if it's something you're passionate about and you want to do it, do it. If you're doing it just to make money, a lot of times I don't know how well that go. I think that's when we cross into that issue where some artists / sellers lack the compassion for the collectors in this industry, because they're not collectors and they don't know what it feels like to be on the other side of the fence. So I think those are the ones that are just in it for the money, and it does make a difference in most cases. Unless they have a really, really good business sense and know that, customer service can go a long way. But yeah, I say, the first baby that I painted, I went straight from the tutorial from Bountiful Baby. I went step by step. They have a DVD in the little kit, and I went step by step. And I don't know if I showed you guys this, but he has his bum was signed. I don't know. I can't see what you guys see. Was signed by Bonnie Brown at the doll show, because I took him to the doll show. What was I saying? Oh, I went straight by the DVD, step by step. And then there was things I realized that, you know, I wanted to tweak a little here, a little there. And I just started experimenting myself, you know, because my goal was never to sell babies. So it was about trying to get it to where I like them. And so that's where, you know, the fun began. And I wasn't worried about, oh, what if somebody don't like this? Or what if somebody don't? It was just to please myself. So I think, you know, I took more risk. And I still do that. That's why I like to paint the kits first. And if I'm going to sell it, I sell it. If I'm going to keep it, I'm going to keep it. But with every baby I paint it like it's going to be my own. That way, I enjoy the process. I also don't be afraid to try like mixing in a new color or something, you know, because I do mix my own colors. But, you know, I really think that, you know, if you're wanting to do it and you're passionate about it, I think you should try it, because you're going to always wonder about it until you try it. So I think you should try it. When it gets to the point where you feel like, okay, I've painted enough, I've tested enough out, you know, looks like it's, you know, everything going to stay on it and stuff like that, and I want to sell it, you know, then that's where the hard part for me comes in, is selling, you know, because you know, people, it's not even so much of the collectors, it's other artists that will break your confidence or tear you down and make you feel so bad about what, you know, you're trying to do. They don't care if you're new. They don't care if you're, you know, you're just trying out something. They don't care. They just will eat you alive just to try to keep you, especially if they think you're going to be good, any good at it. They really come at you. And then you got the ones that will give you bad advice because, or tell you to use stuff that they know they don't use. That's not good. You know, that will mess you up and throw you off, and you know, it's you know, so you gotta kind of trust your own self, do your own research, you know, not run around asking people, oh, what colors do you mix, or how do you do this and how do you do that. No, you gotta figure that stuff out on your own, because if you don't, you're gonna end up getting the wrong person to give you bad advice. And then you're going to be upset when it don't come out the way you were thinking. Because let me tell you, I've had people that I trusted, like, tell me stuff as much as to tell me to bake on, what, 350 or something like that one time. Another artist told me. And luckily, before I actually did it, I said, let me double check, you know, where I was doing it before. Because I kind of had forgot, because I hadn't painted. Like, first time I painted a kit, I painted, and then I stopped painting for like 6 months. And then when I went back, I couldn't remember, now what did I bake this on? And so I asked an artist, and it was like 350 or 360 or something like that. And I was like, dang, that sounds high. So, you know, I started going on YouTube, looking up stuff, and then I said, no, that's not what it was. It's like more like 260 or something like that. And I was just like, wow. And they told me that twice. And then at the end, next thing you know, they turn around and they come back and they go, how did the baby turn out? Like, they were expecting me to be like, oh, I melted the kid or something like that. And I said, it came out good. I never even said, you told me to bake on so and so and so. I never even did that, because they know what they did. You know what I mean? People have, you know, told people, but there have been a few people that did, you know, tell me a few helpful things when, you know, stuff was chalky at first. And I'll give credit, you know, Crystal told me, you know, you got to make sure you're baking it long enough and stuff like that. It, you know, so she was really sweet about that. And but there were some people that I was just like, so I stopped asking. I never really asked a whole lot, but I stopped listening to people and just went with my own thing. So that's what I think the main thing is. Just go with your own thing. And don't be discouraged. You know, your first baby, your second baby, your third baby, even your 10th baby is not going to be like the next one. And every time, if you keep trying, you're going to get better. And, you know, even if somebody, you know, say something ugly about your work, I mean, still to this day, I get emails and stuff, and people say little stuff like they'll try to, you know, hurt my feelings and say, oh, you know, well, I'm looking for babies with real detail and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, you know, I'm like, well, if you don't like what I'm doing, then you can definitely find an artist that suits your needs. There's a lot of us out here. So that's, you know, that's kind of the way it goes. And I'm just trying to get a close up, but that's kind of the way it goes. And as far as silicone painting, I tried it a little bit. I do think that it's more tedious and with the time restraints on it and everything, but it is a little bit, I think. I like the whole thing that you don't have to bake and all that and stuff. I really love that. I really love that. That's him without his passy. But that is something I don't know enough about to speak on. So all I do know is that you got to have a really clean area. You know, try to keep it as much dust-free, hair-free, all that stuff when you're doing it. You don't want it touching anything. You want to clean it down good and all that stuff. I don't know much more from that. I just... when I did it, I went from the smooth on directions, and unfortunately the silicone baby that I was going to practice on didn't, it was one that had other people did a lot of stuff too, and it's been around for a long time, and I don't know what all been used on it, so it didn't necessarily it wouldn't take the paint. And I made sure my silicone paint cured on something else first, and it cured, but it didn't cure on the doll. So that let me know that the doll, it was a problem with the silicone. So, but let me tell you, he was cute. He was cute, aunties. He was cute. He was gonna be real cute. Had that paint cured. But one day I'll get another kit and I'll try it, but I don't know. It'll be a while because silicone is so expensive, and once you mess that up, you're in trouble. Like, that's a lot of money to just mess up. So anyway, guys, I hope that answered your question. I say start out with a Bountiful Babies, you know, kit that has everything in it, and, you know, practice from there. You know, just try not to start selling too soon. If you do, make sure you let people know they're practice babies. I did that after a while. I started selling practice babies and boo-boo babies. So I got a lot of babies out there that's not, you know, my current work. And, you know, you'll never have the current work because every baby, well, some artists become stagnant, and some people just, or they find a sweet spot and they just stay with that. But for me, I'm learning, I'm new. So with every baby, I see some improvement. And when I say, oh, that, I think I messed up on that, and then I'll be like, oh, let me do this, and then I'll be like, oh, let me do that. Like, I'm gonna do a video one day and I'm gonna show you guys, like if you look at Fat Mama compared to like the babies today, y'all be like, oh wow, yeah. So anyway, love you guys. You guys stay good, and we will see you guys later. Bye bye.